This is another honest review, and today I'm inviting you to imagine that we live in a world where scrubbing is a thing of the past. Well, my friends, today that moment may just have arrived. Meet the Hurricane Spin Scrubber. Its makers say this giant toothbrush cuts through dirt like a tornado, with you barely having to move a muscle. But does it work? We're about to find out. Okay, so the idea with the spin scrubber is you can use it at just arm's length, or with this little extension, which you just clip in, you can get a reach of up to about 4 feet. Takes about 8 hours to charge up first time around, and then you're looking at about 6 hours if it runs down to fully charge it thereafter. So it's quite a lot of charging involved. There are 3 heads that come with it. This is a kind of multi-purpose clean anything. And then you have other little clip-on heads. So you have this flat brush here for floor tiles, flat surfaces. And you have one with a pointy head that can clean corners, or the makers say is good for cleaning things like grout, getting into difficult places. So I'm going to start in the shower showing you the multi-purpose head first. So I've put a bit of cleaning fluid down on the shower, and I'm now just going to let the spin scrubber do what it does. Switching it on first. There it goes. You see that brush head rotating? The idea is all you should have to do is sort of move it around the surface and let the rotating brushes clean. As strange as it sounds, for somebody like me, it's just not the most natural thing, and that you just aren't getting that kind of satisfaction that sometimes you can get from cleaning. But immediately I can see this would be really beneficial to either somebody older or people with back problems or mobility problems generally, because it does stop you having to sort of crawl around the shower, clamber about, and stretch and reach. You'll see what I mean here, in that, you know, I can get into probably areas that I wouldn't normally clean on the shower. And again, for an older person or somebody who struggles with mobility, all you're really doing here is moving your arm back and forward while it scrubs.
It's not always the case with these sorts of gadgets, but changing the heads on the spin scrubber is as straightforward as twisting and pulling the attachment off and snapping the next one in place. Easy.
Okay, so I'm going to use the pointy head now to try and get in about some of the tougher areas to clean on the sink. Particularly, I don't know if you get this at home, but sometimes we get a little bit of build-up, like black bits around these plug holes. So let's give it a go. This is good for just getting in about those tough little areas and crevices and roundabout taps and plugs and things like that, where you can get some build-up. Well, look at the dirt coming off there. Yikes! Think about that next time I brush my teeth. So that's done a pretty good job of getting into the tap and the plug area. But on the back of the tap, I've got quite a lot of build up there of limescale or whatever it is. It would be nice to have, this hasn't got in there, it would be nice to have a thinner head that could reach areas like that to give it a good clean. Okay, so we're going to change the head again from this pointy brush, which we've used on corners and getting into grout, things like that. We're going to replace it with the flat brush for flatter surfaces, including floor tiles. Only thing I'm thinking about this as I go is that it's taken me probably half a minute to do this one floor tile. So, you know, on big spaces, it's not really going to do Well, it's going to take a long time, put it that way. So looking at the prices online, the Hurricane Spin Scrubber is typically selling for just under £40 in the UK. My overall feeling about it is that this is a good cleaning product. It's not going to change your world for somebody like me, but it does a good job in getting into those kind of hard to reach nooks and crannies and on generally lifting dirt and getting around these hard to reach areas as well. For somebody a bit older, like my mum for instance, so it really could be very beneficial in just not having to stretch up so far and making cleaning around bigger areas a lot easier. So for that reason, I'm going to give this one to my mum. This has been another honest review. I hope you enjoyed it. For those who did, don't forget to like and subscribe.